Alright, you ready to feel the burn? The Bobby burns? No. Let's take a look at this short film that I've chosen for no. Forget it. I'm terrible at cold opens. Let's just start the review already. So welcome back to another short film review. Today we're going to be looking at Chosen by Bobby Burns. For those of you who don't know, Bobby's been doing some movie reviews here on YouTube for the past, I want to say 2 years. He didn't really get big until he did a cross-promotion with CinemaSins and they started working together, and really that's when I found him. I'm glad I found his channel. I mean, he puts together some really good videos. You're hard-pressed to find really any critic that you'll agree with most of the time, but even when I disagree with Bobby, and it happens a lot, but I have to respect how even when I disagree with Bobby, I can understand where he's coming from. He's got well laid out arguments, and he can really justify why he dislikes something or why he likes something, and it's cool. It's a great talent to have in this kind of field. And he also does short films, which I just found out recently. I went through The Tube, which he did with Say Goodnight Kevin. Really funny series, gonna put that in the description. But after The Tube wrapped up, he didn't really go and make any short films for a while until he came back with this short film. We're here to get down to the nitty-gritty and see what worked, what didn't work, the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that. So this is your final warning. If you have not seen the short film yet, link right here. Check it out, because we are going to be spoiling the entire thing, going full scene-by-scene review here. So let's stop beating around the bush now. Let's get right into it. So the film opens up with a pretty awesome original song by Elliot Douglas. Seriously, I need to check and see if the score is like available separately. I want to get that on my phone. Get that on iTunes. Get that on Spoofy.
Can I listen to it on Spoofy? I'd imagine you could, Father, if that were a thing.
And we see our protagonist beating this other guy until he spits out some Kool-Aid.
You're probably wondering what's going on right now.
No, I think I'm getting it. You punch him in the face, you're gonna punch him in the face again, probably go a couple more times. I mean, it's not Memento. I know what's up. Need the cliff notes. I comprende.
Who is that? Who am I? Why am I dressed like the love child of the Fonz and a lumberjack?
Personally, I would have gone with Redneck PewDiePie, but I mean, you know, that works too.
Well, first of all, hi. My name is Henry.
Hi,
I'm
Henry.
a 19-year-old college student. Now the formalities are out of the way, we can get this show on the road. And I can start to explain this.
And just like that, we got the opening credits. I noticed in the earlier scene there's a lot of red in there, and I mean that makes sense, like red symbolizing passion and all that, you know, the blood. But this next series of shots really seems to want to hammer in the main two colors of the film, which are red and blue, green, maybe teal. So I guess for the time being, I'll just call it turquoise. It's a very clear mise-en-scène going on throughout this movie, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna figure out what you're trying to say, Bobby. Historically, red has stood for passion and rage, so I'm assuming this opening shot is trying to showcase the dankness of that weed. I'm assuming red is to blue as weed is to meth. I don't know drugs, guys. Other than don't do them. So Henry's chilling out with his equally stoned roommates, watching the expired copyright channel, and then suddenly this happens. Aw, man. It's embarrassing the first 8 times this happened. But in the vast emptiness of it all, Henry finds a friend.
Harry. You wonderful boy.
Nah, just kidding. It's this guy.
Hi! I'm Niall. Nice to meet you.
Hi, obvious metaphor.
I'm sorry I took your clothes. I didn't want you getting lost. This place doesn't have a lot of recognizable landmarks.
Nothing about that makes any sense. But then Niall drops a bomb.
I am God. I know, right? I'll give you a moment. Let that sink in.
Nope. Not dealing with that, Niall. I'm not dealing with that right now. So Niall / God, I guess, I don't know, explains that he has chosen Henry to be his holy warrior on Earth, tasked with destroying all evil. And he does so with a demonic voice effect.
You have been charged with the task of destroying all evil!
Nothing about this feels right. Don't know if this is bad theology or bad dope.
Once I woke up, I didn't think much of it. In my mind, it was just a weird, cannabis-induced dream.
Yeah, well, I guess that works for me. So Henry heads out to his friend Elroy's house to pick up some more marijuana. Alright, red bricks, turquoise doorway. He's stepping out of a hostile, intense world into the cool, calm, serene world of a close friend. Unless that's supposed to be green, in which case that literally just symbolizes that's the place where he gets weed. Sorry, I know, I'm trying to stay focused on the story. It's just, the colors are so in your face. It's in every frame, guys. So Elroy answers the door with a huge black eye, and Henry's extremely concerned.
Come inside.
Oh, hey, whoa, that's actually a pretty cool shot right there. You got like a red frame on the mirror, and the mirror's showing a turquoise room. It's like there's some kind of like huge contrast there, and like it's supposed to be, that's clearly saying something. That's gotta be symbolizing something going on right now. Boom! Look, right there, turquoise hand towel, right there, right in the oven. That's supposed to mean something. I have no idea what it is. What's going on right now?
Ask me what it means! Ask me what it means!
Elroy proceeded to tell me that the cuts and bruises on her face and body were from a guy named Clyde. You see, Clyde was what the kids call a neo-Nazi.
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it these days?
He was a racist,
Okay.
misogynistic,
Gotcha.
homophobic, violent criminal
Oh, I hear ya.
/ huge asshole.
Oh no. Oh no. Bad enough that he's a neo-Nazi who beats women, but now he's a jerk? Dude, that's an intense villain you got right there, man. That's crazy. Move over, Sauron. This guy's an a-hole. Jeez. Man, don't mess with him. Going hard in these streets. So Elroy tells Henry what Clyde did and how he's coming back later, and it's really heavily implied that Clyde is going to try and kill Elroy. And then we get this.
He's already done that much. You know, how much farther is he willing to go? It's not like he's gonna kill you or anything.
Okay, stop. Cut the movie. Stop right there. Let's say that this world's version of God actually did visit Henry. Are you saying that Henry was only gonna stop his best friend from getting murdered by having this vision? Or are you saying that Niall was hoping to motivate Henry to do the exact same thing he was gonna do anyway? The whole aspect of Henry being God's holy warrior on Earth is completely pointless in this context. Maybe the storyline would have worked if he was avenging, I don't know, like a stranger, or maybe an enemy. He's avenging somebody who crossed him before, but then that person gets attacked by an even bigger bad guy, and he doesn't have to help this guy who screwed him over, but he now has motivation because of that vision to be like, alright, whatever, I might as well try and be like a vigilante or whatever, or like do something to stop evil. But this is a straight up revenge story. This is a guy avenging his best friend who was threatened with death. Why is this called Chosen if that whole aspect with Niall was completely pointless to the overall story of what's going on here? Both Niall and Henry look stupid because of this aspect of the film. Sorry, I know I kind of went off a little bit there, but it's just a weird, gigantic plot hole in this short film that just, I don't know, it really took me out of the movie. So we cut from that to admittedly a really cool series of shots here. Cinematography is not a weak point in this movie. There's some really cool visuals here. And we get bombarded by more of that color scheme as Henry goes clothes shopping. Why is everything red here? That's supposed to symbolize communism? Or maybe it's supposed to symbolize herring. So Henry lights one up, and now he's apparently clairvoyant. The hell's going on here? Are you like some kind of weed Jedi?
Do you have this guy's address?
Not Clyde's, but I do have Tom's. He's been buying for me for like 6 months.
You will go to the Dagobah system.
And we're back to the beginning. We're completely caught up on all that intense backstory. And now it's black and white for some reason. I don't know why.
Stop lying.
I'm not.
Shut up. I don't want to hear another lie. out of your mouth.
Look, seriously, dude. You just gotta believe him. He's telling the truth.
Nope.
Oh! No! Hand! What have they done to you?
This got a little nasty. Let's just say I got what I wanted and Tom can still eat with chopsticks.
You taught him how to use chopsticks?
At least with his left hand.
And you taught him how to do it with his left hand? Yeah, that's super cool of you. It's a little unorthodox, but I mean, you taught him 2 life skills in an interrogation. Maybe you're a cool guy after all. Yo, listen up! Here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And so we got our first confrontation between Henry and Clyde.
Surprise.
Oh, well, that went well. Hey, you actually showed the knife there. You showed him put it in the driver's seat. I mean, it's a small thing, but, you know, continuity and whatnot. I probably would have said something if he didn't, so, I mean, props to you. You did it. Thinking of the small things. It's the details that count. So, stuck in the trunk of the car, Henry decides to... Oh, come on, dude. Seriously? You're gonna light one up when you're in the fetal position and trapped in the trunk of a car? You got a problem, dude. The expression is smoke weed every day, not smoke weed every waking second of consciousness. You're like a walking PSA. Come on, man. Whoa, that's pretty good hang time right there. What, did David Bueller kick that knife? So we've actually got a really cool fist fight here with some really brutal sound effects. Thank you, Kevin. And it ends up with Henry getting the knife. Miles away from civilization, in the most unlikely situation, Henry found something even more powerful than blunt force trauma. Love. New Line Cinema presents... he's killing him. Yeah, sorry, I misread the situation there. Probably had something to do with the rom-com music there. Something about it. So we get this pointless scene where Henry continues to convincingly smoke the pots. Oh man, you're so cool, dude. Get a load of this Kush all-star. Get your game on. Go play. He's taking MJ on a date. He's taking a ride on Mexican Airlines to go to Snoop Dogg's tea party. Other pothead terms.
I don't really know what else to say right now. This is like weird for me. I thought it was pretty cool. I guess I'll see you later.
So this is how the movie ends. Not with a bang, but with Harry Shane Dawson coughing into a lawn ornament.
Bye.
Wait a minute, we didn't figure out what the mise-en-scène was. Gotta crack this color code here. I gotta discover the inner meanings of all this. Gotta get inside Bobby's head, see what the subconscious message of all this was. Did these colors symbolize the blood and the weed, the violence and the cannabis? What about the contrast between calm, cool, collected strategy and hot-blooded revenge? I don't know, man, we could talk about this all day. We could just spend hours on end cracking down the... Wait a minute.
Hi!
Niall.
I'm Niall. Nice to meet you.
Nihilism. I see it now. See it. You guys seen this? Huh. Well, I mean, that's disappointing. Look, I can't put words in Bobby's mouth, and it would be pretty nonsensical of me to apply the death of the author principle to this just so I could hate on the movie. I'm really getting a major, like, nihilistic, like, oh, none of it matters anyway type vibe from the story, and if that's the case, that feels lazy, man. I feel like I'm Robert McKee right here from Adaptation, just in that scene where he just goes off on Nicolas Cage, like...
I don't have any use for it! I don't have any bloody use for it! Okay, thanks.
I'm really not a fan of movies that have this pretentious, like, oh, it doesn't even matter. All these plot holes, all this other stuff. Oh, none of it matters because it's all nihilism. None of it matters. Thanks for giving us your money. Seriously, 12 years to make that. How were people okay with that? 12 years to make a dumpster fire. But look, this isn't an Oscar bait movie that I spent actual money on. This is a 15-minute short film on YouTube with really good production quality, great cinematography, solid sound design, pretty good performances. I mean, like, nobody really blew me away, but like, they all were credible, believable actors. And apparently this movie was made for $0, and there's only like 1 or 2 points where you can kind of tell they don't have a budget. Specifically, that knife for some reason looks fake. I'm sure it's a real knife. I'm sure there's some like behind the scenes thing of, oh no, watch it cut a watermelon or something. But like, I don't know, for some reason it kind of looks fake there. Also, might want to go look up some other fake blood recipes. Other than that though, really solid production quality. Everything else is top notch. I like that there is style to it, that there is kind of a vibe to it. It's a very Tarantino-esque feel to it. It's just that ultimately, when you look back on the film, it's a tragedy of Hollywood. When critics attacked Batman v Superman, it wasn't because, oh, in this scene, someone kind of dropped the ball on that visual aspect, and like, I don't know, the lighting's a little weird in that spot. Nobody was talking about all the little details that people worked for weeks on. They were talking about the story. Because ultimately, a lot of the flaws in Batman v Superman were lost in pre-production, when just there were bad lines of dialogue, mistakes were made in the story. It's a tragedy of Hollywood that so many of these beautiful little things are kind of forgotten and overshadowed when you have a bad story. Because movie making ultimately is storytelling, and it's sad. This is a really, really well put together short film. It's just that all I remember is the non-existent story in that. That big giant plot hole, and then kind of the weak ending. I don't know, man. All in all, I know I just spent so much time just going after it for humor's sake, but I actually did like what Bobby brought to this. I wish that we had a better story to be told in the next project. And there absolutely should be a next project. Even as I'm filming this, he released like a cool little like retro, like 3-minute 80s action film. So he's clearly got a passion for this. He clearly wants to improve on where he's at. So I'm confident that if he's watching this right now, he could probably take the criticism and roll with it. And if he is watching, seriously dude, good luck. You're gonna do some cool things, man. But anyway, that does it for this video. If you have any suggestions for short films, I got a couple on the docket, or whatever. What is a docket? What did I just say? I've got a couple short film ideas on deck, some films that are on YouTube that I can review. But if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, or leave some links. And again, check out all the links in the description. So until next time, God bless, and stay saucy. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Shh. I'll let you back in when I'm done, okay? Jeez, cats.